Alright, let's break down Kvadun without rose-tinted glasses. I'll look at the project critically and tell you honestly what works and what looks like another crypto hype cycle. Part 1, What Kvadun Promises, and Why It Sounds Cool. Core Proposition. Kvadun positions itself as a platform that will rebuild e-commerce and payments using blockchain, AI, and 3D technology. Three main components. Kvadun Digital Mall, 3D shopping center with virtual try-on. Kvadun Pay, payment gateway with near-zero fees. KDN token, built-in currency for the platform. Sounds ambitious. But let's face reality. Part 2, Critical Look at Main Claims. Claim number 1, 99.9% fee reduction. What they promise. Instead of 2.9% plus 30 cents with Stripe/PayPal, Kvadun charges under 1 cent per transaction. Reality. This is physically impossible at scale. Here's why. Compliance and KYC requires financial monitoring, identity verification, AML checks. This costs money. Stripe spends millions on this annually. Fraud and chargebacks. If you charge 0% commission, you can't afford fraud losses. But fraud is real: stolen cards, returns, suspicious transactions. How will Kvadun cover this? Payment processing cost. Even if Kvadun minimizes its overhead, they still need to pay banks, networks, and liquidity providers. Visa's fraud cost alone is 0.05 to 0.1%. Customer support. When a customer says, "I didn't authorize this," you need investigation. That costs money. Red flag number 1, if fees are near zero, how do they make revenue? According to their docs, through KDN staking and currency conversion spreads, KCEP. These are hidden fees. Claim number 2, virtual try-on solves 30% return rate. What they promise. AI-powered 3D try-on will reduce returns from 30% to 5 to 10%. Reality. Partially true, but the technology exists but isn't perfect. Uniqlo, H&M, Nike use AR try-on. Result? Returns are still 25–30%. Why? Because fabric, fit, and color on screen differ from reality. Not all products need try-on. Electronics, books, food, try-on doesn't help. This works for clothing and accessories. That's maybe 20% of e-commerce. Consumers are used to returns. It's already baked into behavior. Even with perfect try-on, people return items because they changed their minds. Red flag number 2, a 50 to 60% reduction in return sounds great, but real data from industry leaders shows maximum 10 to 15% improvement. Claim number 3, blockchain solves fake review problem. What they promise. Every review on blockchain, fake reviews become impossible. Reality. Technically true but practically useless. Fake reviews are hard to track even on blockchain. If I create 100 fake accounts, they're still on blockchain. Blockchain doesn't solve the multiple account problem, that's as old as the internet. Amazon and eBay already solve this without blockchain. They use ML models that detect fake reviews with 85 to 95% accuracy. Amazon spent billions on this. Blockchain transparency isn't the path to fraud prevention. If everything is visible, scammers just adapt. Red flag number 3, positioning blockchain as a fake review solution is naive. It's like saying, we solved fraud through cryptography. No, you just made data transparent. Problem remains. Claim number 4, KCEP provides best FX rates. What they promise. Algorithm scans 100 plus exchanges and finds the best conversion rate. Reality. This is called arbitrage, and it's legal. But arbitrage only works if you're fast. If Kvadun scans exchanges and finds a better rate, that opportunity exists for 100 milliseconds. Then the rate moves and arbitrage disappears. It's not free for the user. Even if Kvadun finds arbitrage, they must capture value somewhere. Usually it's a hidden spread, 0.1 to 0.5%. Calling this zero fee is marketing. Big players already do this better. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs have direct exchange connections and massive capital. Kvadun can't compete on speed and scale. Red flag number 4, best rate, sounds good but hides built-in fees disguised as transparency. Part 3, real questions without answers. Question 1, where's the real data? On their website I don't see. DAU, daily active users. How many people actually use Digital Mall? GMV, gross merchandise value. What's the transaction volume? Merchant count, how many sellers actually list products? Transaction volume, what's daily throughput? Instead I see. We plan 1 billion transactions daily in 2026, plan, not fact. Exchanges listed us, yes, but that doesn't prove product market fit. Team is experienced, where's the proof? Without real metrics, this is all presentation. Question 2, how do they make money? If fees are near zero, where does revenue come from? According to Kvadun's white paper. Staking commissions, part of payment fees go to KDN stackers, usually 20 to 30%. KCEP spread, currency conversion markup. Premium services, analytics and marketing tools for merchants. But if staking pays 20% of commissions, the real fee isn't near zero, it's 0.05-0.1%. Hidden commission. KCEP spread competes with Wise, which charges 0.4 to 1.5%. Kvadun might be faster but not cheaper. Premium services are niche revenue, not primary. Problem, business model unclear. If you can't see how a company makes money, you're speculating on a token, not investing in a business. Question 3, regulation. Kvadun operates in USA, requires payment processor license. EU, requires PSD2, GDPR compliance. Asia, each country has own rules. I haven't seen info about which licenses they obtained. Which regulators approve them? Which countries allow them? This is triangular flag without answers. Question 4, competition. They say Stripe/PayPal are inefficient. But Stripe processed $815 billion in 2024. PayPal processed $1.3 trillion in 2024. That's not because there's no competition. It's because they're better. They have legal licenses in 200+ countries. Bank-level risk monitoring and fraud detection. Millions of integrations. Trust from merchants and consumers. Kvadun starts from zero. Not impossible, Stripe was once a startup. But that's 10+ years of work, not 2 to 3. Part 4, why crypto tokens get exchange listings. Important point, when Binance, Coinbase, or Kraken list a token, it does not mean they approve the project. It means project passed their technical audit, smart contract has no obvious vulnerabilities. Token trades with sufficient volume. There's demand, people willing to buy, sell. But listing does not guarantee project will be successful. Token won't lose value. Team won't disappear. Usage will grow. Binance has listed hundreds of projects that failed. Listing is just the beginning of the game. Part 5, KDN token, is it worth buying? Token value model. According to Kvadun, KDN is needed for payment commissions, staking, earning share of commissions, platform governance, DAO voting. Problem, this doesn't guarantee value. Let's do the math. If Kvadun reaches 1 billion transactions daily, their goal. Commission is 0.01%, their promise. Monthly revenue equals 30 days times 1 BTXS times $50 average times 0.0001 equals $150 million. That's huge. If even 10% goes to KDN stackers, that's $15 million monthly in dividends. But here's the problem, this will never happen. Why? 1 billion transactions daily is more than Visa at peak. Kvadun launched in 2024. Getting to this volume takes 5 to 10 years minimum. By then, 50+ competitors will exist. Realistic scenario. More likely. 2026, 10 to 50 million transactions daily, 0.1 to 0.5% of Visa. Revenue, $500K, 5 million monthly. KDN staking income, $50,000 to $500,000 monthly. That's good. But not 10x in 2026. That's slow growth. What could happen to KDN? Bull case, 20% probability. Kvadun captures 5% of global payment market. KDN market cap becomes $10 to $50 billion. Token goes 10-100x. Base case, 50% probability. Kvadun becomes niche payment processor, like Wise, but crypto. KDN value $500 million to $2 billion. Token 2-5x or down 20 to 50%. Bear case, 30% probability. Regulation kills crypto payments. Or Stripe/PayPal competition crushes them. Or team can't scale. KDN down 80 to 90%. Probabilistic math. Expected return equals 20% times 10x, plus 50% times 2x, plus 30% times -0.2x, equals 2x, 0.3x equals 1.7x. This means, average expected return is 70% over several years. Good, but not life-changing. Part 6, Red Flags. No public usage data. They say, live platform, but where are the numbers? Promises are too big. PayPal killer, Amazon competitor, marketing, not strategy. Team is unknown. I googled the founder, minimal public information. Licensing details missing. How do they have payment processor license? In which countries? Token economics hidden. How much KDN issued? What % in circulation? What's the emission schedule? Hype before listing. Big news usually means they need PR for trading volume. Part 7, What's actually good about Kvadun? Don't want to be completely negative. A few genuinely cool ideas. White heavy checkmark 3D e-commerce, genuinely interesting and needed by market. White heavy checkmark blockchain payments, possible future. White heavy checkmark low fees, real problem they're solving. White heavy checkmark ambitious team, respect for trying. Problem is, cool ideas is not equal to successful company. Takes years to execute. Competition is serious. Part 8, How to invest, or not invest. If you're thinking of buying KDN. Position sizing. Conservative, 0%, too risky. Moderate, 0.5 to 1% of portfolio, speculation. Aggressive, 2 to 5% of portfolio, high risk. Don't put 10% plus of portfolio. That's stupid. What to check before buying? DAU and GMV, ask for real numbers. If they hide them, bad sign. Licensing, which regulators approve them? In which countries? Team, who are the founders? What's their track record? Competition, what are Stripe, PayPal, others doing in response? Token emission, how much new KDN enters circulation next year? If you do invest. Check your position every quarter. Set stop loss, e.g., if down 50%. Don't FOMO pump and dump. Remember, you're speculating, not investing. Final verdict. Kvadun is a real project with a real idea, but huge risk. Technology works. Idea is good. But execution is hard. Competition is serious. Regulation is unknown. No proof of user demand. For content. If you make a video about Kvadun, best approach. Explain the technology honestly. Discuss potential, not as promise. Discuss risks, as real, not small. Give people info to decide themselves. Disclaimer, not financial advice. This creates valuable content people will respect. Hidden marketing will betray them.